Kuna topics zingine in this field of IT, when you find people discussing about them, just know that hiyo discussion haitawaisha, hakuna solution mtapata, mtu ataingia na atoke na yenye, ile point aliingia nayo ndio atatoka nayo. And there is this one discussion about which is the best operating system. I know most of you mnacheka tu juu. You know that that kind of a discussion never ends. People normally say like, oh, Windows is the best operating system. Kuna wengine wanasema, oh, Linux is the best operating system. Alafu wase wa MacBook wanatokea hapo. Wanasema sasa kama utumii macOS unatumia which operating system and so forth. And everyone's point is valid. Na at the end of the day, at the head of that discussion, kila mtu anaendanga tu na point yenye alikuja nayo, anarudi tu nayo. Because we never agree on that topic. But in most cases, you'll normally find that we have got guys who normally say that, like me, that's what I normally say in most cases. Hakuna venye utaenda Kadunda, alafu uanze kusema, oh, stage ilikuanga na mashimo, ndio maana si kudance poa and all that. No, it doesn't work like that. Just operating system, it's a tool that you can use to make the job done, and that's it. That's what I normally feel. But there are a few things that I would like to share, because at the end of the day, learning never stops. Kuna vitu tu pia unaendeleanga tu unakuja kurealize like, no, there is something extra which I need to know about. Why these guys who normally say like Linux is the best, why these guys who normally say Windows is the best, and so forth. And there is one thing I've realized, that Windows is the best operating system when it comes to the user interface. And that's why many people normally find it user-friendly. But if you are in this field of IT, I would like to recommend using all of those operating system, being able to familiarize with them, and feel comfortable using any of those, because you never know. Utaenda in any institution upate wao wanatumianga tu Windows, hawana shida. Wende wengine upate they cannot afford to use a different operating system, wanataka tu kutumia the open source ya Linux operating system. Wende upatane maybe umeajiriwa kwa kampuni nyingine, they have good computers, them MacBooks and so forth. So at the end of the day, still you need to familiarize with those ones, and uingie tu kwa kazi uanze kufanya job. So it's good if you are in the field of IT to familiarize with any of those. But there is something I would like to say. Using Linux operating system as cyber security professional, and also as a software developer, is one of the best things ever. Why am I saying that? Because you'll find that Linux is one of the operating system which is most of the tools that are used by cyber security professional, they are like of compatibility. It is very nice. I don't mean like Windows cannot be compatible with them, but you'll find that it becomes very easy when you are using Linux operating system. Because in most cases, like for the Kali Linux, you'll find that some of the tools are inbuilt in that operating system. They normally come once you install, you'll definitely find them there. Again, when I'm talking as a software developer, why I normally recommend a Linux operating system is that there is a time niliundanga a system using PHP, and I wanted to deploy that system just kwa cPanel in a shared host. So ilinichukua like a week, just 1 week, nikijaribu kufigure out what is the problem. That's when I was starting this journey as a software developer. And I came to realize like one thing you don't know is that Linux is case sensitive, and most of the servers normally use Linux operating system. So in this case, nilikuwa name file by the name login using capital L, but nikiandika pale kwa link unapata natumia something like L, small l, something like that. Na hiyo kitu ilinisumbua nikiangalia kwa local machine yangu, because I'm using Windows operating system, everything is good and it's working fine, but nikiupload code it is not working. Nikaingia tu kwa Stack Overflow nini, unajaribu kupiga ma research hapo, lakini vitu haziingiani. So you'll find that once you make use of Linux operating system, hizi ni errors utakuwa unapatana tu nazo at the beginning. So unapata like you get used to them, and there are others. Kuna vitu zingine mingi sana. So when you use Linux operating system as a cyber security professional, or maybe what we refer to as software engineer or software developer, it helps you a lot, because most of the tools for the cyber security, as I said, they are kind of very, very highly compatible with the Linux operating system. And again, most of the servers where we normally deploy different web applications, you'll find that most of those web servers normally use Linux operating systems. So it becomes very easy for you to kind of do your work. And yeah, I hope now you have learned something. But in case maybe you're using Windows operating system, usianze kufeel as if ni kama no. You are still in the track. Just get out there, install Linux operating system. Remember, nowadays you can install 2 different operating systems on your machine, and you can start figuring out which one you can use. At least you familiarize with them as you move on, because as an IT professional, venye nimekwambia, like you never know kesho unaamka unaenda wapi, which profession you are going to learn tomorrow. And at the end of the day, when you are familiar with all these tools, it becomes very, very easy for you to kind of do your job. So my position today, still familiarize with all those operating systems. It is going to be an added advantage for you, because right nowadays, for example, unaweza pata umeajiriwa job ya Windows operating system, mahali wanatumia Windows operating system. Nowadays wenye uliachanga tu, maybe tulikuwa tuna install Windows 7, Windows 8 and so forth. Windows 10 kuna zile errors unapatanga, vitu kama hizo and all that. So it's going to be very, very difficult for you. Maybe utakuwa una waste kama dakika 10 kufigure out, kupiga research, ama 20, 30, sometimes even 2 hours. Vitu zinaendelea zikichange. Every time I normally do installation or something like that, those kind of basic things, you'll find that things have changed. You find something new, and that's why I highly recommend just familiarizing with all those operating systems is one of the best things. But if you know very well, hautoki kwa cyber security, or maybe in this case you are still going to be as a software developer, then the best thing I can advise you is just endelea tu kutumia Linux operating system. It's going to have an added advantage to you. And yeah, so apart from kuna vitu zingine, vitu kama user friendly and so forth, but you as an IT professional huwezi sema at you sijui I cannot huwezi keep these commands on your brain and all that. It is possible. See at in commands zinakwanga, once you use them like a month, 2, 3, you get used to them and it becomes easy for you. Again, for Windows operating system, yes, the user interface is one of the best. That's why most of the people normally like it. But again, kifika pale ni time ya ku-update kikiumana. But anyway, yeah, that's it. Watu wa MacBook, at least nyi mnajuanga tu yenu venye mna feel, but it's not that far from Linux. I think it's kind of in between Linux, Windows and so forth. So inakupeanga, yeah, it's more of a luxury kind of and it's good. So still you can still install all these in your computers, and you can mess around with them, get to know how they normally work. At least utakuwa learn 1 or 2 things, na utakuwa unapunguza some kind of problems zenye zina happen in future. So make sure you follow, share, and also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tech videos like this one. And again, in case maybe you might be interested to learn web development, kufanya M-Pesa integration and so forth, all those services I normally offer. So feel free to get in touch, and see you in the next one. Thank you.